Steve here with Table Rock Tea Company. In this video, I will be reviewing another accessory from Kemimoto for the Honda Trail CT125. This one is the extended rear rack, again, by the good folks at Kemimoto. Before we get into the installation, let's go ahead and take a look at what comes in the box. As always, the parts are very clear and simple. You've got your main rack, you have the hardware and installation tools. Again, a couple of Allen keys and a crescent wrench. And then you have these two pieces here. This is what will attach to the frame of the bike, and then the rack will attach to those to extend the tail. And of course, easy, very clear instructions. Here it looks like 15-minute installation. Here is the box with the product code. One thing that I can tell you about all of the Kemimoto products that I've tried so far and have installed on my CT125, they are all super high quality, okay? I'll try to zoom in here, but this is really thick steel. You know, the coating is really nice, the machined parts, there's no rough edges. This has been consistent with every Kemimoto product that I've reviewed so far. Let's take a look at the installation instructions. Sorry for the background noise. We've got some chainsaw work going on. But the first thing, again, is installation of these wings. What you're going to notice, I'll try to zoom in here a little bit, is that these mount underneath the rack. So don't try to like flip them and mount them on top. They mount underneath, and that's great because that allows you then to put a box on there. That's really the whole purpose of this, is to extend the back so that when you have a storage box, you can still have that little extra lip to put a bedroll or a tent or whatever. The first bolts you're going to install are these M6s. They're right here and right here. They're going to correspond with this wing. Again, sorry for the chainsaw noises, but that's going to go right in here. This is threaded, and of course on your Honda CT125, this is threaded as well. Now, you guys know from my other videos, I'm a big fan of Loctite, so make sure you take some blue Loctite for these and go ahead and put it on the threads. Just a little bit will do, a little dab will do you, and that's it, just to keep things from wiggling. This is a trail bike after all. Now, once you get that ready, again, remember, this is going to go underneath, all right? So it's going to slide under there, the holes will line up, and we'll put it on. Now, I do want to show you guys a little trick. If you'll notice, I have this bolt right here screwed down in pretty far compared to this one. Okay, I'll start this one later. But the reason why is if you look under here, okay, see if I can focus in on where that's coming out. Basically, right up there. Okay, so where my thumb is. All right, you want to make sure that this is below, you know, flush enough so that when you go to mount this piece right in here, that you'll actually be able to hit. I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. So you can actually hit that nut that's in there. Otherwise, it's really recessed. I'll see if I can go see how recessed that is. So you're going to have to advance that bolt just a little bit, about halfway, before you can adjust it. Otherwise, it won't. This won't seat flush onto here. Another trick to save you some aggravation is to go ahead and pre-thread this piece, okay? So take a bolt and either go in, you can either go in from the back or go in from the front, but you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that those threads are nice and smooth, so that you're not fiddling with it under the bike when you get there. Because when these things come from the factory, there's paint and stuff like that, so your chances of cross-threading, if you just do it without pre-threading like this, are semi-high. So that's a good little tip for you. Once you have these wings in place, you're going to want to leave them snug but still loose, because what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and put this one with the big washer and the lock nut here. You don't need Loctite because it's actually already got a lock nut, but those are going to go right here. You can see the hole moving back and forth, and that's going to go on both of them. And even after, you're going to leave it loose because these are going to have to then fit the rack, so you want to be able to adjust it before you then tighten everything down. Once again, putting the blue Loctite on my bolts. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this. It's going to go on the outside, and I'll attach each one of these to here and then snug everything down. When you start tightening everything in place, you're going to want to start here, then move to here, or actually here, 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 then go ahead with this one, this one, this one, and this one. That's the order that I would do it. So that's pretty much it for the installation of the Kemimoto extended rear rack. Again, really good, high quality stuff. This is very sturdy. Definitely going to do fine on the road and no problems, I don't think, on the trail, especially if you use that blue Loctite. So yeah, very, very pleased with it. I'll show another picture after a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like with the box on the back. Okay guys, I have one more modification for you. If you have a box like mine, one of these big Woshiders or whatever, if you have this Kemimoto rear rail or rear rack on the normal position, it's going to interfere with this. You can actually make it so that it's tilted down. Like if you take one of these bolts off, it'll hinge, and you can have it at an angle where you can tie a bedroll or a tent or whatever. But I prefer things to be kind of straight, so you can flip this over, which I did, so it actually makes like a scoop. So that's how I have it for mine with this pack, and love it. I think it's going to work just fine. So again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what else is brewing here at Table Rock Tea Company.